So symptoms of concussion are very, very variable, and there are so many of them. Some of them, again, there's such an overlap with whiplash. So the ones that are highlighted in yellow, these are the symptoms of concussion. All the ones highlighted in yellow, you would also see in a whiplash type injury.
We might run through those because it could be difficult for people to read these if they're on a small screen or something. But so we've got headache, dizziness, difficulty falling asleep or excessive sleeping, and loss of sleep. So pretty much anything that changes in your sleep pattern could be down to either concussion or whiplash.
Yes.
Irritability, I haven't really associated that specifically with whiplash other than that people get grumpy when they've got pain.
Absolutely. So, where is the irritability coming from? Is it coming from a more central cause of being not able to inhibit your sort of anger response and sort of not your stop and think or is it because you're in pain, you've got sleep disturbances, you're a little bit more irritable? And again, that links in with sadness, low mood, because if you're in pain, it's going to affect mood potentially.
So the ones I'm focusing on here are the ones which are overlap with whiplash, which includes concentration and memory and visual problems and tinnitus on the far right column there. With the other ones here, I'm looking for confusion. So I've got difficulty concentrating. I only say this because the first time that I had concussion, I was completely and utterly confused. I had no idea how I had got to where I was. I was in a martial arts competition at the time, and I'd just been bounced off my head on the mat. And it was a very strange experience. And at the time, I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know what because I couldn't think clearly.
Right. Yes. Yeah. And we would put that as difficulty remembering, and that's one of the ways that we assess the severity of any brain injury is how much amnesia there is before the event. Yeah. So can you remember the morning of the event? Can you remember right up to the incident that caused the concussion, or have you lost a few hours? Have you lost a few days? And that gives us a little bit of a sense of how severe the brain injury is.
And can any of these symptoms persist for beyond 28 days? I mean, could somebody in my position, could they remain confused for longer, but it still be just a concussion, which will recover eventually?
If the memory loss is persistent, then it's more likely to be a more moderate to severe brain injury. And certainly if somebody was coming in more than sort of a couple of days later and telling me that they still had no memory of what they were doing day to day at the moment, then that's certainly, we will be asking for imaging and a neurology review.